No build mode. Um. Anyways, dark patterns. That's what they are.
Dark pattern.
Yeah. Now, speaking of dark patterns,
Oh.
I would say that, like, yeah, no confirmation of purchases, getting kids confused as to what money they're spending is a dark pattern. I would also classify entering your social security number into a video game as a dark pattern. Maybe. I don't know.
What?
It
Listen.
depends. It
Listen.
depends. There's a
Everyone
discussion
out
to be
there.
had.
Don't give anime women your social security number.
What is this game? What game is this?
But hold on, though. Right? But hold on, though. What if she's really cute?
What if what if the tax waifu is adorable? We're talking
What if-
about Tax Heaven 3000, Susie.
Okay. So a game came out called Tax Heaven 3000, and in it
Oh,
there is a cute anime waifu whose job it is to file your tax returns. And as you play through it, it asks you real questions and it fills out information because the goal of the game is to have you actually file a tax return.
For the
And-
U.S. government.
Yes. And you're like, what? And she goes, hey, I have an embarrassing question to ask, but, well, could you tell me your social security number? And then you literally get prompted to type it in. And everyone is like, what the f-? And Valve is like, what the f-? Get off our store. And they're like, no, but it's, and they're like, no, you're off, you're done. And they got booted off of Steam, right? Now, here's the thing. The backstory to this game is that it's made by Mischief, right? And Mischief are the ones who did the Blood Sneakers, the Satan Sneakers with Lil Nas X. They did
Okay.
a bunch of like prank installation art projects and things like that.
yeah.
They've been known for a couple of different projects. This is the latest in their like series, and the whole thing here is they're like the statement is TurboTax and tax filing online sites and stuff are very predatory. They try to
Racket.
confuse you because
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
supposed to be free for filing for most people under a certain bracket, but they instead exploit you and confuse you into spending and all kinds of. This is a parody of that, showing an anime waifu who asks you questions about your income, and then it fills out a real tax return that you can file with the government. And part of that is it needs your social insurance number as well as other real information about you to give you a
Yeah.
printout.
So
This
The
is
issue is-
terrifying.
It's
Like,
kind of
even if it
wild.
is like, even if it's like performance art joke, like I'm so frightened by this.
So-
The idea. Of
what's important here, there's no proof or even of wrongdoing. There's no implication of wrongdoing. However, the potential for wrongdoing is so big
Right?
that it has to go.
Yeah.
So Steam says
What if you get a copycat that actually logs all your information? You know, because some
There you go.
doofus is like, I like hot babes. Like,
So I mean, well, for the most part, like again, Steam is like absolutely not. Now they have it on itch.io, and
Or
when
anything
you
goes.
when you run it directly, it's offline only. Like it doesn't connect, and they're basically like, yeah, this information is not going anywhere. It just spits out a tax return that you can submit to the government that you have to submit on your own, but. I think there's like if you're doing the whole art project thing of it, there's still ways you can do this to make it like, okay, anything particularly sensitive, you can go fill that in yourself on this PDF file that we're going to spit out over here for you.
yeah.
It doesn't have to put that in the game in a way where, again, the potential for harm is through the fucking roof.
Is
right?
infinite.
Yeah. So, but they've done all kinds of like whatever, like Banksy style, art, mischief as the name implies. So this is
Yeah.
not that far out of the question for them, but clearly it's like, yeah, people can absolutely release a modified version of this game
Yeah.
with malicious fucking like intentions and like straight up take your data. Like, there's a million ways, right, for this to go
Yeah,
wrong.
I think simply putting the idea out there of putting this kind of thing in a video game is so irresponsible. Like, because anyone could just do that for serious and steal all your information. And it's like, if you want to be like Banksy, like, I don't know, fucking do what he does, like, for real. Like, sell a piece of art and then shred it in front of the person.
Right, sure.
Like that's how you do the performance art prank, you know? Not like it's taking someone's info, like, who's like a vulnerable person.
I signed up credit cards in your name, loser.
Like, what the fuck?
Like, it's like the bit is, you know, like, Dante, quick, in order to stop Mundus, we're gonna need the credit card number and the digits on the back. Like, you know, like, it's literally taking that to the fucking next level. Like, you could do this in a way where, again, you could have a game that's just a goofy ass visual novel, and then based on some not compromising answers, it can spit out a text file, you know? Like, it can spit out a file which you then have to manually fill in and submit
like
normally.
All it needs to do is, like, before you start the game, get a copy of your IRS certificate papers out, and we'll fill it in together. And then they show the markup of the thing.
Exactly.
Fill it in here.
Now next you're gonna need to do this. What does it say? I don't know, but type it on the proper form you're working on. Don't type it into my
use your pen
game.
and write it on the form in your real hand that I can't see because I'm not real.
There you go. Right. You could absolutely, and like, if the statement too as well is the idea that, like, people don't know that they're getting exploited by sites like TurboTax and I forgot what the other one is called, but, like, yeah, you can absolutely make just as effective a statement while making it infinitely less sketch.
Now listen, when you put in your SSN, Windows is going to pop up a little box that says allow to access private network. You're going to click allow. It's the only way I can send it to the IRS.
Make sure to launch the game using administrator privileges. That's how I know that you're a big boss. If you don't have admin privileges, you're not cool enough for me. You can't be my husbando. Right? Yeah. No.
This is like some dystopian future shit. Like, ugh. I hate it. Ugh. Yuck.
Yeah. Like, the idea on paper was to stir some shit up, and then in execution, a complete F.
Yeah.